Hi everyone, LazyFire here. Welcome back to Wolfenstein: The New Order. Damn it! Hi everyone, LazyFire here. Welcome back to Wolfenstein: The Old Blood. This is our second level, and we're gonna go into the room where Rudi was tossing a man to the wolves, so to speak. Now, I actually got up here before he had finished his little thing, so technically he should still be in the room, but as soon as you pass a certain point over here, he actually disappears, and it goes into this little patrolling dog mode over here. We're actually going to get into every single one of the dog rooms that's in this area. Perfect. This is actually where the man died. That was dragged in and all that. I think there's only one dog kill animation in the entire game, by the way. So that's nothing new. So, the thing about Rudi and his white dog, the albino dog you saw earlier, is that that was given to him by Hitler. So he's very, very... that wasn't technically a... yeah, oops. He's very protective of that dog because of that. I'm going to try to get this one too. I've never had the stealth kill animation not pop up on that thing, but it's good to know that that dog dies in one shot. Yeah, that whole thing where the dog attacks you is back. I was actually kind of concerned that that would cause issues. More dogs would come in, because I've never had that that not work for me. So there are multiple ways to get down to the next level in this area. They all involve you using your pipe, just like this. But we still haven't gone into all the rooms. The way to do that is... damn it. You can't get into all of them, but... you can see there's a sort of a little complex down here. This is what we want. There's not really much in the rooms in general anyways. It's generally just little knickknacks and so. Let's see. And so this is the one we would have gone down if we went through the first door. Nothing really down here. Nothing in those rooms above. It's just sort of an introduction to dogs. Of course, we'd seen them before as sleeping enemies, but now they were moving around, so it was a little different. Alright. So we've seen the pipe be used to open up doors. We've seen it to being used to climb up things. Now we're going to see its final form, as it were. Knocking things down like a fucking Nazi-killing Kool-Aid man. That's pretty nice. Like I said, it's basically a replacement for the laser craft work from the original game, and so in a lot of ways it's used just to traverse the world. Alright, let's pull ourselves up. Now, one of the things about the pipe in the different forms is that the overhand form here and the like double swing form, they do different amounts of damage, oddly enough. The overhand form that I use most of the time, that does way more damage if you're attacking somebody. And so it's kind of my normal method of use. Alright. Notice how many sleeping dogs there are in this area. There is a super soldier up top. There's not one on this level. I was just trying to make sure he didn't sight me, because he can do that. I just haven't been able to figure out the positions where that actually happens from. And while I'm killing these dogs, it's not super necessary to do so, but it really is helpful further on in the game. Alright, actually I don't want to do that yet. That is our way forward right there. But this is actually a room where you do want to get into as many of these kennels as possible. Just stabbing dogs. Here we go. I'm at 100, so I'm not in really any bad shape, but hey, gold bars are always good. I think that's the only reason to be in these kennels, actually. Yeah, that's it. I keep forgetting that there's less and less reason to do some exploring in some of these areas because it's not as packed as Wolfenstein The New Order was in some regards. Like, there are certain things that are there and they are hidden pretty well, but Wolfenstein The New Order had way more letters, it had way more gold objects, and way more different spaces. This game's a little bit more straightforward on that front. Hell, I almost walked right into that. There actually are different animations for how you use the pipe on these guys. So, we can show off the other one. Come on. There we go. That always takes way longer than I expected to. I always worry that they're going to explode every single time I run into them, even though they only explode if you shoot them dead. Right. Now, you could bring that gun in here and shoot these boxes, but one swing from the pipe will do it. Maybe two. Not quite what I need in terms of health to get that 200 overcharge level, and a note. So yeah, Rudi's maybe a little bit too much of a dog lover. Alright, continuing on through these tunnels. Basically doing Die Hard here. Die Hard in a concentration camp is more or less what it is. We're almost through this area, actually. We might be getting guns soon, even. Let's drop it. Ouch. I don't know why that has to hurt you. I think they should have just made the drop a little less onerous, but it doesn't do anything really at the end of the day. But now we're...
Aber natürlich, du armes Ding, ein bisschen Fett ansetzen, ja. Wir wollen doch nicht, dass du hier drin dahin fliegst, nicht wahr? Es gibt genug für alle. Keine Sorge.
So Rudi's just being a jerk like he normally is, I guess. Let's have a conversation here.
Ich kenne das Geheimnis. Oh Gott, sie kennt das Geheimnis.
Alright, let's actually quickly look at this thing. Okay, let's talk to this guy now.
Tell me about the secret. What does Helga know?
Oh, mein Junge. Bist du von der Front zurück? Ich hätte nie gedacht, dass ich dich wiedersehe. Oh, mein kleiner süßer Junge. Oh.
Sorry, old man. You mistake me for someone else.
Ich dachte, eine Sekunde lang.
Okay, well, that guy knows something about Helga.
Früher saßen wir immer am See, bis die Sonne unterging. Und sahen zu, wie die Schwäne übers Wasser flogen.
Okay, crazy stuff. Oh, hey, actually, I lied earlier. That was not the pipe's final form. and they kind of added a use for sliding.
Aunt Sarah, diagnosed with dementia during college. Medication made her drowsy and strange. I remember those eyes of hers, like dirty windows on some derelict shack. Grandma told me it passed through the blood.
Okay. Yeah. Crazy stuff. So one of the things about BJ as a character in this game is that he doesn't really do a lot of those monologues anymore, which were very popular in the first iteration of the game. Also, this is fucked up in here, but if we continue on, see that is kind of our only way through, which kind of sucks. All the blood and everything. I guess this could have been the area where that guy got dragged from, maybe, but he seems, whoever was in here was here for a long-ass time. So, jumping down. And here's our first nightmare bed. Every chapter in the game has a nightmare bed that allows you to enter into the previous Wolfenstein 3D. It does the Hans Gross chapter, if you're familiar with that game. I am not going to do this one, because it takes a long-ass time and is not very interesting, and I get motion sick from doing it. So we're going to avoid that. There's a wine bottle under here, though. And some health. Always need the health. There we go. 217. That is our first perk. 30% regeneration speed increase. Not great, but it's way better than what we have. Just like in the previous game, your health will regenerate to a point. Usually about the nearest 20 level. So if you take a couple hits and you get down to 80, you'll go back to 100 and so on. Well, there's Rudi.
Chin up, Englishman. Wir bringen ihn zur Festung.
Found you.
Jawohl!
You are a quiet one, aren't you? Don't worry.
So there goes Wesley, or Agent 1 as he's called. And we get into a stabbing fight. We obviously win that stabbing fight, and we now have a knife. Sadly, the knife is unchanged from the previous game, and that is to say that you have to have full knife throwing. Well, you have to have multiple knives before you can throw one, even though your pipe is a melee weapon. It really just is one of those weird things that bugs me. Alright, anyways, let's grab this. There we go. Alright, so Helga's working on something paranormal in the village. Might as well get her out of here, though. Okay, so I'm gonna die on purpose in this section. Remember the giant dog things from the previous game? Yeah, they're back. So, if you're dumb, you try this move. Ha ha ha, you can't touch me. I'm gonna get out of here, right? Look how much damage this guy does over a short period of time. And you can't get the speed up that you need to slide underneath there. So, don't do that. It was what got me caught there for the longest time when I first played the game. Instead, we're gonna hide. We're gonna hide and be safe. See, this is the thing with BJ moving a little bit more than I'd expect him to when he's in cover.
Jesus Christ, that's a big fucking dog.
Alright. Now you have to get out of here before he turns all the way around. But you have plenty of time to pick up shit if you need it. believe there's no, there's no collectibles in here. For some reason I thought there was a gold bar in here. And I am not, by the way, going to pick up all the gold bars. And I picked up all the letters in a previous playthrough of the game. So there's no worry there. We'll be showing those off at the end of each chapter, the different letters that are available in the chapter. Hi. So, I don't know why there's no music kicking in. There should be. There it is. Let's just get out of here before he comes fucks us up. Look how much armor he took off on that alone. Alright, so, remember commanders being a whole thing? Yeah, they're back. Now, the way they deal with commanders in this game is actually really interesting. Instead of them being sort of on their own, like, hold on. Alright, now we can do this. So, in the previous game, commanders were both generally patrolling around, right? Here's our first weapon. We haven't seen this in a while. In this game, there's one that kind of patrols around, or one that's really obvious, and then there's another that's generally hidden somewhere, or further away, and so you have to kind of work towards him. It's our first real stealth section of the game. These stealth sections, by the way, have also changed pretty significantly from what they were in the previous game. For the better, I would say, too. Basically, they're a bit more difficult. They're not as straightforward, like run and gun almost kind of things, where you could kind of just shoot your way through if you really needed to. You can still do that, of course. I mean, why would they take that ability away? It was kind of fun to do it sometimes. But yeah, for the most part, they're a bit more methodical, and they throw a few things at you through the course of the game that make them kind of difficult at times, even. Like the idea of just popping this guy in the skull, or these guys in the skull, over and over again, easily enough. You know, not really a lot of effort there, but oh shit, I didn't see that guy. Not a lot of effort involved in it, but at the same time, oh shit, that's a dog. I didn't realize there was a dog here. There we go, got the little note that I killed it. So anyways, trying to get to this point. It is not as easy to stealth through everything in this game as it was before. You are not going to be able to just one-shot commanders from fucking 20 miles away consistently with the pistol like I did in the previous LP. You're going to have to think things out and approach things a little bit more methodically, which is good. I think that's actually a good change. Because it's still early in the game, they're just basically forcing ammo and health down your throat right now. There are also, there's been a little bit of work by the game or by the developers, to give you multiple ways through areas. That's what you're seeing here. Shut up. Still, your silence pistol is going to be your best friend through most of this. And, by the way, silenced or not, hit the wrong button, but you can silence your pistols. So, like I said, there's two different buttons for secondary fire modes in this game now, so you can unsilence and silence pistols to your heart's content. Most of the secondary fire modes in this game, I have to say, are a little bit on the underwhelming side. Mostly, they're just like different, you know, for the example, the assault rifle has a burst fire mode. That is its secondary fire. Not exactly super useful at the end of the day either, but it's there. It feels like there was, just because of the technological limitations of keeping everything in the 1940s, that there wasn't a lot of options that they could go with in terms of different fire modes. And I can completely understand that. May as well. Remember, break all the crates. No reason not to. This is the guy I was looking for all that time. Alright. One nice thing about dual wielding in this game is that it does not really change your accuracy or anything like that. It just changes how long you have to reload. this. I don't know why I'm keeping to do... Oh yeah, that's right. There's a... Trying to remember what it is for the next health upgrade without jumping in there and annoying everybody. So I'm trying to keep this going, but the next health upgrade is actually really useful. It'll allow you to keep your health overcharged to a degree. This guy. Every time I play this game, I forget he's there. Fuck that guy. Alright, just making sure. You can see, if you look at the upper right before I kill the commander, it does tell you where he is in relation to you, instead of kind of making you guess. In the previous game, you could always hit your map button after you get a couple of commander kills and get told exactly where he was, which is always nice, but realistically, you're better off... oh, hey, new weapon. So, this is the conf pistol. It is a grenade launcher. Basically the attachment that you saw in... fuck. Alright, well... Burst fire mode. Let's show this off real quick before I just say, you know, dismiss it. See? Not the greatest. You're better off, I mean, in terms of ammo and everything else, not using burst fire mode and just doing this. So these guys are, I think, infinite spawning. So let's really quickly show off the conf pistol. It's an explosive, or the rocket launcher from the previous game, but instead of being attached to the assault rifle, it's attached to itself. While we're here, may as well reload. God, I love the explosives. One of the things I really love about the combat in this game is that it is just so good. Like, it's just good. It feels good to fight these guys. The aiming works so great. Like, the fact that I don't have to go into aim down sights to make these fights bearable is fantastic. Oh, fuck you. How the hell did you survive that? Now, you're probably wondering what the point of me using the dual wielding is right now. This is something... Hell, that's not good. Where'd he go? What the hell? Alright, you're dead now. Pipe to the face. The reasoning is basically the same that I gave when I was playing the moon level in the previous LP, and that is, if I'm using both weapons, I can just have one fully open at all times and not have to worry about that too much. So that means that I don't have to worry about having to reload the gun, like, mid-fight. So this is an infinite gun. You can use this thing as long as you want, and then you can attach it and put it back on, just like the machine guns in the previous game. Pretty great. And our first drones. They're not super common, but they are around in this game. They go down pretty easily if you have a weapon like this, or if you have something we'll see a little bit. It's basically the marksman for this game, the sniper rifle. That'll take it out in one shot, which is pretty fun. Look at all these exploding barrels. Oh shit. Hi. So, this is pretty straightforward. You're on kind of a track here. It's like being at Disney. Pirates of the Caribbean ride, I guess. Actually, Disney owns Lucas. Does that mean that they can build like an Indiana Jones sort of theme park in addition to that Star Wars one? I wonder how much that goes into it. Anyways. Does LucasArts actually own the Indiana Jones thing? I thought that was Universal. I'm way too worried about that. I don't know why. It just reminds me, you know, you're on these rides and everything. I was thinking about the Indiana Jones ride that actually does exist. Or did exist. Oh boy, I'm losing my way here. Alright. This is not exactly an exciting, talk-overable section of the game, no matter what. But yeah, killing men, doing things, that's what BJ is and what he does. just love how the gun is, like, permanently spinning. Watch that thing. It spins way longer than if you have it detached and we're spinning it up. Let's get out of here. And if you somehow used your conf pistol rounds all up by now, you get some more there. And let's hit a button. Pipe. Okay, well, that's going to do it for this episode. See you next time, I guess. We'll take on Chapter 2 of the Docks.